Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, you are student from Society 2 SE2 from Group 3. In this video, we'll present our project called Funiture Sales Report app. Before we talk more about this project, let us introduce ourselves. My name is Wicaksono and my partner Atsiilah Thufailah and Rizky Fajar Ramadhan. As I said before, our group make a project called Funiture Sales Report app. Funiture Sales Report app is a desktop application that's used to find out reports about sales, such as the name and the address of the customer, what item were purchased, stock of items, and others. There are three tables in this project that connected to the database, as well being part of the mainframe. They are customer table, product table, and sales table.
The first frame is the login frame. In this frame, the admin must enter the ID and password to be able to log in. In this frame, we use the validation. The next frame is customer. In this frame, we can enter the details of the customer to be added, such as the customer name, gender, and address. And we can search the customer by answering the customer ID or name. And of course, we can update and delete the customer data.
Sales frame. Sales frame is the frame that will record the transaction or show the sales history. To record a transaction, there's a few things that need. There's customer ID, product ID, the quantity, the total price, and when the transaction happened. To get the customer ID and the product ID, we can get it by clicking the search customer or the search product button. If we click the search customer button, it will show on the right image, the upper right image, that show a table that it show the customer database. And then click the row that we want, and then the value from the database it will automatically fill the sales frame. And it goes the same when we click the search product button. When we click the search product button on the bottom right image, it will show the table that show the product database. And then click the value, the rows that we want, and it will automatically fill the sales frame too. And then the rest that we need is the quantity, the total price, and transaction date. After we put the quantity, don't forget to click the count total button to count the total price for the transaction that happened at that time. And then fill the transaction date that to record when the transaction happened, and then click submit. And then there's also a feature to filter the sales history or record sales record. There's a feature to filter the show data, the show table, the database by date, between two specific date, and by ID.
The last frame is product. In this frame, you can enter the details of the product to be added, namely the product name, category, price, stock, and the date the product was added. We can search for the product by answering the product ID or name, and of course, we can update and delete the product data. There are three database tables, namely customer, product, and sales. The first is customer. In this table, there is the ID, name, gender, and address of the customer. The primary key of this table is customer ID. The next table is product. In this table, there's the ID, name, category, price, stock, and restock of the product. The primary key of this table is product ID. The last is sales database. There's the sales ID, customer ID, product ID, quantity, total price, and transaction date in this table. The primary key of this table is sales ID. And also there are foreign keys in this table, namely customer ID and product ID. Foreign key is used to be able to connect one table with another table. So the sales table is connected to the product and customer tables.
It's time for the conclusion. The conclusion is there's four frames in our project. There are login frame, the customer frame, the product frame, and the sales frame. And we use three databases that connect that being part of the main frame. There are the customer database, the product, and the sales. That's all from us. Thank you.